guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for March 29th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Wednesday nights, wherever you may be. I got guests tonight for Dynamite. That never happens, but thank you guys for being here. It's absolutely kind of crazy that I get some guests here tonight for Dynamite review, but it's kind of cool because that guy right there, yeah, I'm pointing correctly. Adam Cole, baby, returned tonight. After 9 months of being away from in-ring competition from it was the Fatal 4-Way, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, Adam Cole at the New Japan AEW Forbidden Door, the inaugural event, got severely concussed, and he was out of action for 9 months. But tonight was his first action back against the Jericho Appreciation Society's Daniel Garcia in the main event tonight, and I thought he did absolutely insane. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Doing a pile driver on top of your head as soon as you get back is a little bit, not like, oh, Jesus, but he did it fine. The boom, everything all good, and it was great. It was great. How'd you guys feel about Dynamite tonight? I thought it was a great show overall, though.
I loved it. I hope they keep Jericho far, far, far away from Adam Cole. This is what the fuck I was afraid of. But all in all, it was a pretty good show.
I don't know if it was like just me or not, but for whatever fucking reason, when Jericho was bringing Garcia up the ramp, for some reason I got like some sort of like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn vibes, where I thought he was just gonna fucking turn on Daniel Garcia right then and there as he was going up the ramp. I don't know if that was just me, but it just felt very weird that they were just doing that ramp thing, and then it kind of just cut back to Adam Cole and Brett. For some reason, I thought Jericho was going to turn on Garcia tonight. For whatever reason. It might have just been me, though.
Nah, I didn't think that. I thought that I thought I thought that
Fuck you, Phil. Nah.
yeah, nah. But yeah, the show all around pretty good. I I ain't gonna lie, I was just there for the Adam Cole match. That was the only match that I really care about. Obviously, like I said, I got him behind me. You know what I'm saying? Boom. But yeah, like I'm actually geeked to see Adam Cole and freaking Jericho.
I'm actually going to be pretty interested. I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jericho and Adam Cole. That's going to be lit. Um, yeah, MJF talking his stuff to Jack Perry.
Yeah.
I made a theory about this, Phil,
Made an
and let me
awesome
know if
theory
you
about this? Okay. Let me hear it.
awesome theory, yeah, and also Deontay, you can chip in too. But I said with the promo that we had tonight from MJF, I about to say he talking about Anna Jay. I said watch. I said
That
for the
was
next
fucking
couple weeks.
hilarious.
I said,
I
I
was
said
in
for
your
the,
live. I know what you're gonna say because I was in your live. I know what
oh,
you're gonna say.
yeah. Okay, Deontay was in the lie, so we already know. So Phil, I said for the next couple weeks. I said next week. I said MJF is MJF day. I said next week Sammy Guevara come out. They cut a promo. MJF gonna say something about Todd Conti, and then Sammy Guevara gonna flip. Then the next week after that, freaking Darby Allin comes
Just
out.
going after all the
MJF,
girlfriends.
yeah, yeah, MJF is gonna say, "Oh yeah, something happened with Priscilla, right?" Because you can't say Gigi, so he's gonna say something happened with Priscilla, right? And then Darby just gonna and go crazy too. So MJF just gonna mention like all the girlfriends and stuff of his opponents, and then boom, fatal 4-way match.
Just going
That's
after,
what's gonna happen.
just building the fatal four-way,
Yeah,
the pillar four-way with
Yep,
the
just by
with
talking
MJF
about
just
their girls. Yep,
crapping on the girls. Uh,
yep. That's what I think is gonna happen.
I mean, hell, I mean, that's honestly not that bad of a shout. Um, hold on one second, just setting something up here. But yeah, I mean, that's not honestly a bad shout. I honestly kind of think I think you're kind of going to be right in some sense. If it is going to be Sammy Guevara and Darby Allin will have to get involved over the next few weeks in order to get this Fatal 4-Way building. Obviously, we saw the Fatal 4-Way really be built when the whole Rebar Mitzvah happened with MJF and everybody in the ring. But if you really want to at least get everybody to have some kind of beef going on with MJF to really build this Fatal 4-Way, because I mean, Double or Nothing doesn't really happen until like what, like
May, the end of May.
sometime in May, right? It's like May 5th or something
Yeah.
like that.
No, it's like May 28th or something
Okay,
like
so
that.
it's
Yeah.
the end of May. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, if you really want to get everybody to just have some kind of beef going on with MJF. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, I guess. So going after the girls is not honestly too bad of a shout. But yeah, I'd be kind of down for that if it just kind of comes down to that. But I will say, just building a rivalry for the four pillars just because of some women on the AEW roster doesn't always, that doesn't really give me too much depth into the story. I really kind of want to figure out like why these four pillars were picked during that time, how they actually got to where they are today, and doing all that kind of stuff. Like really get into the reasons why they are known as the four pillars of AEW for the future. But yeah, I mean, I guess starting off with the woman, with the girls, would not be too bad of a shout.
Right.
So, but yeah, also tonight on AEW Dynamite, we had two title matches. One was the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship with Kenny Omega and Jeff Cobb. I thought they fucking killed it tonight.
I swear I thought Jeff Cobb was gonna win, but yeah.
There were some moments. There were some moments.
I'm like, please.
And then the international fuck international championship, not all Atlantic. The international championship was on the line tonight with Orange Cassidy defending against Butcher. Why? I don't know. Maybe it happened sometime. Maybe something happened on Rampage. I don't even know about. Or Dark. But
Sure.
I don't watch Dark or Rampage, so I wouldn't know. But regardless, Butcher had a international championship match tonight. It wasn't honestly all that bad. It was kind of pretty innocent, but I mean, we all knew Cassie was going to retain. Regardless of how you feel about Butcher and Blade, they're actually pretty good in the ring, especially together. If you've seen them in tag team action, but come on. When it's Butcher versus Orange Cassidy for the International Championship, you kind of know where things are going to go. We had, what else did we have tonight? We had Matt Hardy in action tonight against,
Yes, sir.
it was the first match of the night, Phil. How do you forget who the fuck?
Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy. That's it.
Jack.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry. He won obviously tonight. Jungle Boy did, and after that, MJF, the world champion, comes out and he just lays it all in on Jungle Boy, and Jungle Boy came back with a little bit more fire than we usually see from him. So I kind of like where they're going with that. How do you guys feel about Jungle Boy mixing up the World Championship? I mean, I know it's not really anything too major right now. I feel like some sort of times where if you were doing this Fatal 4-Way, yeah, sure, you're getting all of these guys in the ring together at once, which is going to be fantastic, but who's to say that, I mean, we couldn't have just spread these three opponents out during the course of MJF's title reign and just actually get them in one-on-one matches instead of just a Fatal 4-Way?
Um, I don't find him a lot of picture. I don't think he should be in the World title, not yet at least. But I don't mind him in it. You can just give a good opponent or opponents in this case.
Yeah, opponents in this case. Anyway, because of that, I do think it is going to be the Fatal 4-Way, but I did hear some arguments going around that instead of doing a Fatal 4-Way, we could have just done these three in singles feuds in order to get some months going into the World Championship reign of MJF. Nate, how do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'm actually cool with it. Like the same thing with Deontay. I don't think that he should win the AEW Championship, but I about to say it would give a little bit more of a mixture. If I'm being honest, out of all four of these dudes, I'd rather see Sammy win the AEW Championship
I agree.
because I'm a fan of Sammy. I
Honestly,
think
I'm with my Darby.
Darby.
I like all three as future world champions. I do. It's just a matter of timing. Like
Yeah,
you got to pace these people out right. I mean, MJF being
Yeah,
a world champion, that's obvious. But everybody else in that fatal 4-Way for the four pillars, you got to do it in the right way.
right.
I just hope that Khan doesn't do the usual, give them so much momentum, and then just the momentum just halts. Like he goes to the new way.
That's also the problem. That's also the problem with
I hope he doesn't.
AEW. I call it babyface syndrome. When you are basically just you're white hot. You're white hot as a babyface. You're basically white hot as a new champion in the company, and then all of a sudden your momentum just somehow I don't know fucking how because you're a champion, but it just goes downhill. I don't understand that, but that's been a problem for
Perfect
AEW.
example, Wardlow.
Yeah, Wardlow is obviously a prime example there. But yeah, I mean, it just happens in AEW, and sometimes we just don't understand why. We don't know why, but it just does. Um, I mean, obviously you do have that one person to blame in Tony Khan, but sometimes, listen, it's not always Tony Khan's fault. Sometimes it's not always Tony Khan's fault.
True, that's true.
It's not always Tony Khan's fault, and I do have to reiterate that multiple times, mainly because of the fact that people just love to hate Tony Khan. It's like a huge thing
I'm
on
one of
Twitter.
those, I'm one of those people. I don't actually hate
Yeah,
him.
Deontay just
Like
loves to hate him. Tony Khan's probably in the back saying, "Why'd you say fuck me for, Deontay?" And he's like, "Ah, nah, fuck you." It's like,
He's like, nah, forget that.
"Ah, fuck you." But yeah, the thing is, it happens in AEW. But we roll through as we usually do when it comes to watching AEW in the way that we do. But guys, we are going to be talking about everything that happened tonight on AEW Dynamite from St. Louis, Missouri. Listen, Randy Orton people, I know you're crying. It's gonna be okay. Randy will be back soon. Just on AEW tonight, though.
WrestleMania.
Just imagine though if he just randomly showed up tonight on Dynamite, I would fucking flip.
that would be crazy.
And he comes out to This Fire Burns because I think that was like his one song. I think that was like no, not This Fire Burns. It was the other one.
Burning My Light, yeah.
Burning My Light.
Burning My Light.
the song that he had for 1 week. I know he had one CM Punk songs for 1 week.
Oh yeah, no, that was This Fire Burns.
That was This Fire Burns, right? Yeah, so he just comes out to This Fire Burns around 1 week, and then all of a sudden that's just it. We don't see him in AEW ever again.
Yeah, just go crazy.
This is still fucking like. I legitimately thought when I saw that video on YouTube that it was just deviated over. I thought they just put it over the entrance, and I'm like, oh, this is obviously edited, but no, it fucking wasn't. I'm still.
I gotta watch. Yeah, I gotta see if I can find that on Peacock because I was about to say that's on YouTube.
I don't think they would put that on Peacock though. I really don't.
Official, bro, if it's official on Peacock, then I'll be like,
I don't think they would honestly show it on Peacock. I don't even know when that happened. Like what year?
I don't know
It was
when it
Hey, it
happened either.
definitely had to
I'm gonna
happen
have to
early.
search. I'm
it
gonna
was
have
in
to
oh
search.
Oh
it was in
five.
05, I believe.
Oh five.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna have to look at every single episode of SmackDown in oh 05.
that's actually what I'm doing right now.
but
Putting on
but yeah, we were in St.
SmackDown.
Louis, Missouri tonight at and yeah, guys, this was just a really good episode of Dynamite tonight, and we'll be going over everything tonight as the show progresses. So, guys, thank you so much tonight to join us here on OTB. If you guys like what you heard so far, hit that like button, turn on the bell for all notifications as you hit that subscribe button down below. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are continuing the WrestleMania week live streams here on the channel. Last night, I do apologize. I did contact you guys though over on the Discord if I would say, hey, listen, if instead of doing Tuesday's talk, how about we go live on Twitch? And I was live on Twitch. We did pretty damn well. Nate, I apologize. You did lose your first round
I
matchup
saw it
in the
this morning.
TNT title tournament, but
I saw it this morning. I saw it this morning. I cried.
but don't worry, dude. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Prodigy did to his fucking character to just inject everything into that man's veins. But he had the fucking match of the night last night when he took on when he was basically in that semifinals match. It was fucking insane. I'm like, why?
Yeah, cool entries. Very cool entries.
Very cool entrance indeed, but he continues to lie to me, saying that he did not put that pyro in his entrance when you legitimately have all the control in the world to put pyro in your entrance, and you just lie to me. I don't understand. But he had the match of the night, and he is the FTW champion. So
What's
that
the
is that is what it is. But he also defended it against Loft too in the main event of the show. Defended it against Loft. Loft actually laid down for him because apparently he read the script early and he said that he had to put the young talent over that night, which it's Loft. So it's Pastor Loft. I apologize. It's past the Sugarfoot. So it is what it is.
amen? Should say amen.
But
Yeah. Pastor Sugarfoot and his group of what was his group name? Ministry. Oh yeah, yeah. They're like my new favorite group in WCW now. It's amazing.
it's
Even
legitimately.
though even though I helped them like create the group, I'm still amazed that he actually did
He should have ordained you, bro. He should have ordained you into the group.
it.
Come on now.
Dang near, dang near. I wouldn't have mind if he would have like just fixed my attire and stuff
I
like
still
that.
haven't debuted yet, so I don't know what the fuck's happened to me. I'm just dead apparently. But he said in due time, you have to trust the process. And I'm like, all right, dude, but I'm still dead in the WCW universe.
I think you're trying to like you're not ready to come from developmental.
He,
You still need
he's
work to do.
plotting something for me. I know he is, and if I get attacked by the entire ministry, I'm gonna fucking die.
Oh
but
man.
um, But alright guys, we're gonna get right into everything that happened tonight on Dynamite. So hit the like, subscribe to the channel, do all the things you need to do. Go down in the description for merch. OTB merch, my merch, Loft's merch. Go get your merchandise today while WrestleMania
Get it,
week is happening. Also,
get
I believe Nate, if I'm not mistaken, you're trying to get to the whole merchandise in store.
I actually told Saul about this on the stream. I didn't tell anybody else, but I got the store up now.
Oh, okay. Well, shit.
Yeah,
I
I
would have
just
put
didn't
that in the description if I knew.
I just did it yesterday. The only thing I got on there is of course the don't embrace hate, be great stuff on there.
Okay.
Um Yeah, I got that, t-shirts, hoodies, all that other stuff. Uh, and yeah, it's up. It's in my link tree and stuff. I haven't made a video yet. I was planning on making a video about it probably, I don't know, probably tomorrow or something.
What's
But yeah,
what's
got
the
a promo.
platform?
Teespring.
Teespring? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Send me the link and I'll put it in the updated description when
All right, I
when
got you right now.
so yeah, guys, go get Nate's
Yeah.
merch too now.
Promo code Nate the Great at checkout for 20% off.
There you go. Look at that. I think Loft has Loft Not Famous for 20% off. I have Red Raven 20 for 20% off, and then he has his promo code for 20% off as well. But speaking of the number 20, I have to thank our official sponsor for OTB tonight. That is SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an official sponsor for OTB, and we love having SeatGeek over here and being a part of the OTB fam. SeatGeek is an application on your phone where you guys can go get your tickets for wrestling events, concerts, or basically anywhere that you need a ticket for. You get it with SeatGeek, and you know you're getting the best deal based on their seating charts and their seating prices based on the 1 to 10 scale that they got. 10 being the greatest sale that you can get for that seat, and 1 being obviously the worst. And you don't want to go for the worst, so try to get the best by using SeatGeek. You're going to get the best deal when you're using it. And if you use the code OTB at checkout with your first purchase of tickets for SeatGeek, you get $20 off. It's not 20%, but it's $20 off, which is even better in some
That's
cases.
even better. Yeah. Better.
Especially depending on where you're sitting in the arena or show or wherever you're going. $20 off is a huge deal, and you guys should definitely use that today. It's for your first purchase only when you use that, but at the end of the day, you're getting $20 off. So that's just a great deal. Plus, you're getting the best seat with the ticket prices and the scale that SeatGeek uses in order to show you that you're getting the best deal. So get that ticket today and go wherever you have to go, with a concert or a wrestling event or whatever. Use SeatGeek and use the code OTB to help support the podcast in the way that you can. But yeah, we love having SeatGeek over here. We appreciate them, and yeah, can't do this enough without them. So thank you, SeatGeek. You're great. But yeah, guys. We'll get right into AEW Dynamite now. It's just started raining. It just started fucking pouring outside. I don't know why. It was fine like 5 minutes ago, and it just said, "You know what? Fuck it, rain." But
I'll make you saw that you were doing the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you.
like legitimately 10 minutes ago, it was just silent. It was just me talking, and all of a sudden now it's just.
Mother like,
Like,
say, you know what? Let's shut them up. Like,
It is what it is. But now let's get right into AEW Dynamite tonight, guys. We have the pyro going off. It's pyro. It's AEW Dynamite. Welcome to AEW Dynamite. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. All that kind of shit. And then all of a sudden we hear Jungle Boy's music, and then everybody's doing the whole arms, getting the arms going. And yeah, it's Jungle Boy Jack Perry up in the house. And then we are welcomed by Matt Hardy and Ethan Page. Ethan Page, I actually like Ethan Page. A lot of people just fucking hate him for whatever reason. I like Ethan Page. The guy's actually really good in the ring. They just
he's
don't.
I can tolerate him.
I can tolerate him. He's tolerable.
That's crazy.
But yeah, he's actually really good in the ring, and Matt Hardy's obviously the fucking legend that he is. But we had Matt Hardy versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry tonight. I honestly didn't even know this match was happening. When I heard Jungle Boy coming out first, I'm like, oh shit, let's go. He's gonna talk like MJF or something like that. Had a match. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
Matt.
indeed.
So
Yeah, I heard the Hardy music. I'm like, oh snap! I said, my guy Matt is fighting. I'm like, what?
I still get thrown off and think it's Jeff every time. I do. I get thrown off and think it's Jeff, but it just get
That would have
better.
been a crazy return if it was Jeff. That
Dude,
would have
it
been
would be
crazy.
just like the Johnny Gargano one on Raw. We just come back from commercial and then all of a sudden you hear Rebel Heart and it's like, what the fuck? I still get thrown off, but I should know it's not Jeff. I should know it's not Jeff, but that music, I just think Jeff Hardy every time. But match was very good though. For a Jungle Boy and Matt Hardy match that really didn't mean much at the end of the day, this is actually really good. Um, Jungle Boy is fantastic in the ring. Matt Hardy, even though he is getting up there, he is still pretty competent in the ring for what he is usually meant to do. Um, the firm I could legitimately give two shits about. They don't mean anything. I thought the firm was really gonna mean something when obviously they were stable, like the stable that was gonna help MJF out, or well, at least that's what we thought was gonna be for them. And then all of a sudden, that just went downhill.
It kind of reminds me of the Pinnacle. That didn't really go anywhere.
The Pinnacle was really good at first, and then all of a sudden it just fizzled out, which is what it is. But I don't think the firm ever really gained traction. They didn't really do much, and then all of a sudden now they're just here. So, and Matt Hardy being a part of it just makes no sense anyway. So that in itself just doesn't vibe with me. But Matt Hardy, Jungle Boy, did really well tonight. Matt Hardy, he gets Jungle Boy back into the ring. But Perry is getting some hits on Jeff Hardy, and he actually hit a drop kick despite a forearm by fucking Jeff Hardy on the ring. Matt Hardy. I love Jeff, but Jesus. Jungle Boy gets up onto the turnbuckle, but Ethan Page distracts him long enough for Hardy to throw him to the canvas for a superplex and a near fall. Page then gets up on the apron again to argue with the referee until Hook's music hits. Hooky. I know you love Hook, Nate. Just admit it.
Well,
The FTW champion makes his way to the ring to even the odds, and the two go at it until Matt Hardy intervenes, only to take a right hand by Page by mistake. Page and Hook go back and forth fighting on the ramp, and Perry hits a big dive onto Matt Hardy, but Hardy turns it around for a near fall. Perry then with a flatliner to wear Hardy down, and a big clothesline to the back of the head gets Jungle Boy the pin for the win. And that was it. Jungle Boy picked up the win there. Like I said, very good back and forth there between Jeff Hardy. Fuck! Matt! Why? Why? I just want Jeff back so bad, for whatever reason, I guess. Fucking Matt Hardy. And it happened, it happened. This match happened. It wasn't really much for what was happening during the match. It was what really mattered after the match, with we see Darby and Sammy still watching before MJF's music hits, signaling the arrival of the AEW World Champion. As he approached the ring, MJF entered the ring, talking down to the crowd as he usually does before calling Perry out for his behavior at the Rebar Mitzvah. He he admonishes Perry for having the audacity to say that MJF had it easy in their match at Double or Nothing 2020, but is interrupted by the crowd before going into more detail as to what was going on. He refused to deal with them as he agrees with Perry that he does get to enjoy the high life of being a world champion. He puts over the hometown of Long Island, New York, where he is from, before giving Perry some credit for working hard to get back up into the ranks. He doesn't recall the fans thanking Perry for being given much TV time, but Perry has no right to be pissed off at MJF or this company, but rather he should be pissed at himself. When they stole the show at Double or Nothing 2020, MJF walked to the back and had a funny feeling that he had finally met an equal opponent inside the ring. He had enough respect to shake Perry's hand, asking a Jungle Boy remembers the advice that MJF gave to him that night. Perry recalls the moment by saying that MJF said that nice guys finish last and that he should abandon all his friends in AEW. MJF said, "That's exactly what I told you. To be fair, look how things went and continue to go as of right now." He ran with the Jungle Express friends and Christian Cage. He didn't say Jurassic Express friends. He called. He did. I don't even really think he mentioned Luchasaurus. He really just mentioned Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
And
he said Marco Stunt, a big dumb dinosaur, and
something about a big dumb
Cage.
dinosaur, and then and then Marco Stunt. He said something really disrespectful about Marco Stunt, but I just can't recall it right now.
He said Marco Stunt his growth.
Marco Stunt his growth. That's it. He can't fucking. You can't fucking. It's MJF. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, I guess. And then Christian Cage is like, "Oh yeah, well, nice job, by the way." But yeah, so he does all of this. He says Perry could have been great, and this could have also been the Jack Perry show, but he just had to be the good guy. Here we stand 3 years later, and MJF holds the greatest prize in all of AEW, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and Perry is still just Jungle Boy. Perry speaks up to say that, in a way, that he wishes he was more like MJF before running the champion down. This gets obviously a big pop from the crowd, and Perry presses on, saying that he is not him. If his road to the top is a mountain, top of the mountain is harder than MJF's, then so be it. When he beats MJF for the World Championship, at least he won't wake up hating himself every single day. MJF looks upset at that moment, before giving Perry some props on those promos, saying, "Yeah, nice job on finally figuring out how to cut a promo, kid, but I'm now gonna cut you back down to size." Just too bad it took you 4 years to learn how to cut a good promo. MJF then says Perry is. I gotta get this quote right, because this quote was just absolutely legendary by MJF. I know I have it somewhere. It's obviously the one with it's obviously the one with Anna Jay. I'm going to look it up because this is just insane the way that he did it. I pulled aside that hot piece of ass girlfriend of yours, Anna Jay, and she told me that you're weak between the knees. Fucking hilarious. I want to reiterate that we
he's
all love
small.
Jungle Boy here, but that was so fucking good.
He said he was small.
And that was so fucking good. So, and that obviously got Jungle Boy furious. Mainly because the fact he talked to his girlfriend in Anna Jane, he basically just called him out for having a small dick, which is, that's just wrong in every sense of the imagination. But MJF gets attacked by Jungle Boy, and MJF does manage to roll out of the ring before getting two many punches to the face by Jungle Boy, taking down Jungle Boy as MJF retreated up the ramp. So, this was fantastic. From top to bottom, everything when it comes to Jungle Boy and MJF, it was great. I like what they're doing with Jungle Boy, having him give a little bit more of himself to the AEW crowd, letting him actually go out there and talk for himself, which is so it's so needed. It's so needed if you're going to be doing this fatal four-way between all these guys. We saw a different side of Jungle Boy tonight, and that is exactly what we needed. I loved it.
You go ahead, Deontay.
Wait, what happened?
I said we saw a different side of Jungle Boy when it comes to the MJF stuff, and when you're going to do this fatal four-way, that's exactly what we need. Like, everybody needs to talk here, and I thought they did really well tonight when it comes to that.
Yeah, for sure. They did really well. I love every single different side of Jungle Boy. That wasn't Jungle Boy. That was Jungle Man. That was Jungle Man, not Jungle Boy.
There you go. I like that, actually. I like that. Yeah, honestly, because he has grown a lot over the 4 years that this company has been a thing. So, obviously, you got to show that somehow. And if you're going to show that through your words and the promo, go for it, dude. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Jungle Boy's promo tonight. I was sitting there and I'm listening to it. And I'm like, okay. But then MJF come out. Yeah, so good job, buddy. It took you 4 years. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
4
yeah.
years to cut a half decent promo, but now I'm going to cut you down the side.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you just killed this man. All right. I said, well, it was good while it lasted, but
don't be doing John Cena Roman Reigns over here, guys. Okay, we already had that moment. That was.
Yeah. So. But yeah, I'm happy with Jungle Boy so far.
Start a promo, Shannon. I know how to do.
So, I thought it was great tonight. All that stuff was really cool. And we're gonna be getting a great Fatal 4-Way when we get that at Double or Nothing. We head backstage with Don Callis and Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega was getting his ribs taped up to basically sell the injuries from last week, which I honestly would not be fucking surprised if he was actually injured because of that table spot with the 630 through the table, which was fucking insane. Dude, I was over here last week talking about the show that, dude.
Do not get me started.
Dude, I wish somebody would have joined me that night, mainly because of the fact that dude, that fucking match.
Bro, listen.
Did you see Vikingo hit his head on the back of the damn?
Oh yeah, he was very fucking close to doing it, like to just insane. But yeah, we head back and we see Don Callis with Kenny Omega. They address what happened last week. Callis admits that it was his fault for what happened, but asks if what is it about Kenny Omega's relationship with Hangman that would make him assume that something else happened. Callis streaks off Omega's response before telling him to stay focused on his match tonight against Jeff Cobb, walking off, and he promised Kenny Omega that he would apologize to Hangman Page as we go to commercial break. So, I'm glad that he actually brought that up in that interview, mainly because of the fact that Kenny Omega would obviously fucking know that it wasn't Hangman's fault. He can fucking watch the show. So, I'm glad that they said, like, oh yeah, this was obviously Don Callis' fault, because, I mean, you saw everything going on right there. He just fucking flopped on his ass. That's what happened. So, yeah, we come back from commercial break, and we see Dalton Castle and the boys.
The boys, yes, sir.
Ring of Honor talent Dalton Castle and the boys are coming out for the next contest with the Blackpool Combat Club's John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli, or what Nate loves to call him, Claudio.
Canoli. Yeah, Claudio Canoli, exactly.
Claudio Canoli, that's it.
Claudio Canoli.
I thought it was going to be Casserole or something like that, because
Nah,
Casserole,
yeah,
Castagnoli,
Claudio Canoli, or as lost as Zazaro.
Sazero, yes. But
Call him Swiss. Call him Swiss.
this was a
Call him
fucking
Swiss man.
this was a fucking squash if I ever saw one, and it's a fucking trios
Man.
match, which is even better. This was just absolutely insane. So we see Castle and the boys. They just get attacked at ringside by Claudio and the rest of the BCC. We just see hard hitting like offense between with Claudio, and then all of a sudden we see the massive Ricola bomb by Claudio to get the win, and that was it. It was legitimately just just some hard hitting offense followed by the finisher of Claudio, and that was it. Um, that was just very quick, and honestly, at the end of it all, dude, I don't know if you guys are feeling the same way about this, but I'm getting very much Shield vibes from these guys.
That's exactly what I said in the last.
They are surrounded. They are surrounding the ring in all the corners. They're surrounding the ring in all the corners, and then all of a sudden they're just going to fucking town. It's the pack of dogs mentality, brother, or whatever the fuck Michael Cole said. Like, dude, crazy.
That's exactly what I said up in the live stream. I was like, yo, it's the Shield 2.0.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. They come out of the crowd, right? They do the whole corners and they do the whole like side of the rings and everything like that, and then they just go to fucking town. It is legitimately Shield, but I love that. If anybody knows how the Shield should have operated, it's John Moxley. It's great.
Yep. It's only a matter of time before we see that triple power bomb, or should I say, fatal power bomb.
Well, I mean, we don't have to go that far. They could do something else, but I mean, you could.
It may not be like the same way, like the same shit, but it's gonna happen at some point. Maybe like a one-off thing.
I wouldn't mind doing the whole power bomb thing again, but like, I mean, with the Blackpool Combat Club, they should be doing. They should have their own type of thing. But I just felt very Shield vibes with that. And then obviously when Bryan Danielson came out to the forum, I'm like, oh yeah, Bryan Danielson's gonna have to join them, right? And at first I was like, well, shit, maybe not. And then all of a sudden he fucking took out Omega, and it was great. Obviously the heel turn of Bryan Danielson signifies that the entire Blackpool Combat Club are now officially heels, and they are a heel stable now, which is great. I just thought everything about that was fantastic.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was very good. I loved it. And like I said, it does give Shield vibe, and I love the Shield, so I'm all for it. One faction of AEW that I actually do like, so I keep on doing it.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing in my last stream. I was like, yo, I said this is Shield 2.0 right here. They crowded the ring, and then they slid it in. Then they just jumped my man's Omega. I'm like, okay. Somebody got to come out and stop this. I said, watch Hangman come out. Then all of a sudden, Brian Danielson music came out. I'm like, okay, we haven't seen this dude in like a couple weeks. That's cool. That's cool. I'm like, and then he slowly helped Hangman Kenny Omega up. I'm like, he's about to turn. I'm like, he's about to turn, and the fans are about to be so pissed, bro. And he hit that flying knee, and then they jumped him again. I'm like, yo, I said they need to stop jumping this man. He already had enough. He don't deserve that. But hey,
Yeah, but we'll get to everything that happened with Bryan Danielson in just a little bit. After a video package updating with the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, updating on the Young Bucks, we then have a video package for Omega and Cobb that will be happening for the IWGP US title later on tonight. We go backstage to Marvez and Paige, who addresses what happens to the Bucks and casts blame on the Blackpool Combat Club, as Callis shows up to apologize. He doesn't have much time to do so, as the Blackpool Combat Club then show up to attack Hangman Page. And despite Callis still having the hand extended, which was very... see, that's the thing about this fucking thing. He had his hand extended the entire time as the Blackpool Combat Club were putting the boots to Hangman. So, as it looked like he was about to shake the hand of one of the Blackpool Combat Club members, he just shoves it away, does Moxley, and they just go on about their business. I have a feeling that Callis is working with the BCC. I have a fucking feeling.
Well, yeah.
I have a feeling too,
Yeah,
because like since Regal is gone, I feel like they might be looking for another manager. And I feel like Don Callis might be the one to be the new manager of the
Don Callis
Club.
set up the attack on the Young Bucks. They're gonna set up something with Kenny. He's gonna set up something with Kenny Omega. He's working with the BCC.
It works. And then it ain't the BCC if you ain't bleeding. He bled.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. So you gotta bleed to be a part of the BCC.
Yes.
Oh man.
I guess. I mean, he definitely did.
I guess so.
He definitely
Yeah.
did bleed tonight. Moxley obviously he took the handshake away, and then all of a sudden he just started to beat up Don Callis as well. They leave a bloodied Callis and Hangman Page down on the ground as we head to commercial break. But unfortunate news happened after that segment, as it was like Don Callis was legitimately injured during that segment. And it was and he was busted open the hard way. Like, that wasn't like some sort of like, the blood packets or whatever the thing, or blood or blading or anything like that. He was legitimately busted open.
He hit his head on the ground.
So he suffered a legitimate injury on AEW Dynamite. PW Insider is reporting that during the backstage segment with Callis, when he was punched by Jon Moxley, Callis struck his head while going down, and that is in quotes, after he was punched and he legitimately got busted open. When the announcer said that Callis was being checked out backstage, that was legitimate, and Callis is said to have been dinged up, in quotes. Dinged up, I think, is a little bit less of a term, but they did say dinged up instead. I would have just said fucked up because he did actually look pretty fucked up after everything going on.
Well, Phil.
I know they can't say that for article purposes, but dinged up is way more of a better light.
They did let it fucking so they did let MJF come from the kind of fucking mark at one time. So
this all happened after Callis told Kenny Omega that he would apologize to Hangman Page. Callis reached out for a handshake for Page, but then the BCC attacked Page and Callis. This all led to a big heel turn later on in the show, which you can read here by clicking on that link, which is obviously Bryan Danielson. So, but yeah, there's not really much to report here other than the fact that he did legitimately get injured, and we just hope Callis is okay to go going through the next couple of weeks, because he is actually going to be very heavily needed in the next few weeks as the story progresses when it comes to the long-term story of Kenny, Hangman, the BCC, all that kind of stuff. To me, this is their blood and guts match. This has to go to fucking blood and guts. I'm not putting the women in there after everything that we've seen here. I'm not putting the women in blood and guts. This is the blood and guts match.
Unless we get two blood and guts matches.
And this is way more important than the women. I'm sorry. just put them in a 10-man. Just put them in a 10-woman tag. Call it a day. Do a Survivor Series. Do a Survivor Series elimination tag. Call it a day.
I said the elite is gonna get back together. The original elite, Hangman,
Kenny, Bucks,
and then against
and then the BCC,
so.
the four.
I think one of the Bucks injured, and one of them get.
Both of them are.
Both of them are, but that's the whole selling point of them going to the hospital. Remember, so they were going into the ambulance.
Okay.
From last week's show, they went into the ambulance when Omega was doing the Dream match against Vikingo.
Vikingo, that's my guy.
He is easily becoming like one of my I didn't see much of his stuff until that night, so I was like, shit, this
me
easily
too. The same thing, Phil.
I know who he was.
I saw some of his stuff, but I didn't see much of it, so that really put me on him.
Yeah, I know who he was. I just didn't see much of his matches.
And the fact that he's only fucking 25 years old is crazy.
Yeah, like the only thing that I seen was that one clip. I'm pretty sure we all seen it. Was that one clip of in GCW where he hit the 630 onto Blake Christian through the door.
Yes.
And that went viral. So I was like, okay, I'm like, I don't know who this dude is, but he's super cold. So then like once I saw him at AEW, I'm like, why does this guy look familiar?
That match is actually supposed to happen in 2021, but because of Kenny Omega's injuries from Full Gear that year, they had to postpone it. So they did it on Dynamite last week, and it was a fucking huge success.
Yeah. Last week I actually went back and watched some Vikingo matches on YouTube, and they didn't fail. They didn't fail at all.
My friends from school at my college, they said, Phil, I can't even believe you haven't heard of this guy yet. So they just sent me an entire YouTube fucking playlist of Vikingo matches, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna get through this as soon as I possibly can.
Yeah, I gotta see if there's a way that I could watch SmackDown and that pay-per-view at the same time.
Yo, fucking Ring of Honor Super Card of Honor is fucking insane. Have you seen the card so far?
No.
They just announced that
Daniel Garcia is facing Hiroshi Tanahashi. The fuck?
Daniel Garcia has been getting some crazy matches lately. I don't know. Like, man.
Dude,
He
I'm
gonna
legitimately, I'm gonna read you the card right now because this fucking card is insane. Um, I got 7 of the 8 matches here, but I know the 8th match by heart. The 8th match, I'll just say it now, is the women's match between Athena defending her title against Yuka Sakazaki. I don't give a shit about that match, but yeah.
You put so much emphasis on it.
Yuka Sakazaki. I had to because that's how Justin Roberts says it, and it's fucking hilarious. So, it is what it is. But then we have the Reach for the Sky ladder match for the vacated ROH, tag team titles. We got Drolistico and Roosh versus the Kingdom versus the Lucha Bros versus Aussie Open versus Top Flight. And obviously the winners get the Ring of Honor tag team titles. We have
they retired the original design, and we're getting a new tag team.
Yes. We have the Embassy taking on AR Fox, Blake Christian, and Metalik. Grand Metalik for all you WWE 205 live viewers out there.
Grand in a week.
Grand Metalik.
That's him?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I knew
Grand
that was
Metalik and Metalik, bro. You didn't piece that together?
I thought his name was Metallic. I don't care.
Oh, Metallic.
Metallic. Metallic.
I mean,
oh wow, that's funny.
that's for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championships. Basically the Ring of Honor Trios championships. But they call it 6-man tag team. We have Mark Briscoe taking on Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. That's gonna be fucking hard hitting, and I can't wait for that. We have Wheeler Yuta versus Katsuyori Shibata. I don't know if any of you guys know who fucking Shibata is, but holy fucking shit, this is gonna be insane.
Shibata had that on what Forbidden Door against somebody.
Yes.
The only Shibata I know is Shibata bread. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nate, you have one fucking job.
Oh man.
Man. now I gotta find the fucking Katsuyori match.
Man. See. I wish the quality was better on the live stream, because if I could actually look at the live chat right now, I'm pretty sure it'd be a whole bunch of L's, and a whole bunch of tomatoes for that.
Oh wait, no, I don't think Shibata had a match at Forbidden Door. I think Orange Cassidy did something at Forbidden Door, and then Katsuyori showed up after and did something with Orange Cassidy.
By the way, I'm looking at the chat right now. It's just Supernova. He wants to hear about Adam Cole.
We'll talk about Adam Cole. We'll definitely talk about Adam Cole. And then we have El Hijo del Vikingo. El Vikingo's gonna be there. Let's go. Taking on Commander. So the guy that looks like fucking
Kalisto.
Fucking Kalisto, but it's not Kalisto. It's Commander. We obviously have Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Daniel Garcia, and then in the main event we have Claudio Castagnoli defending his Ring of Honor World Championship against Mad King Eddie Kingston. So that is going to be great.
in the match. I
I
gotta
ain't gonna
find a way to
lie.
watch SmackDown. And
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Shoot. I might have to skip SmackDown and watch that pay-per-view.
I'm gonna
because
watch.
because
I'm
I'd rather watch that than a freaking Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Dude, I'm
look.
telling you right now. I
I'm
I
gonna find
I
a
I
way to
don't
watch.
e- I I'm gonna have to be honest, guys. When it comes to this versus Friday Night SmackDown, I'm telling you right now, I might just change the SmackDown review to a Ring of Honor Final Battle review because this show I just can't miss. I can't.
Try to watch shows at once if I can.
I'm about to say
I mean,
like
I would love to try, but with this card, I'm not gonna give a
I wanna
shit who wins the battle royal. I don't give a shit.
yeah. I'm about to say it'll probably be LA Knight or something.
Well,
Either LA Knight or
I
Wrestle.
think Bobby wins. I do. I think Bobby wins because I mean, obviously,
I think
he's not
Bobby
gonna
wins.
get Bray, so I think Bobby. They're just gonna give him the battle royal.
I'm about to say
I still think
what if somebody like screw Bobby out of the battle royal though, and then like that sets up the WrestleMania match like at the last minute?
I actually know. I
here's
think
what
about that.
here's what here's what I think. I think
That honestly
maybe
could be the case.
I think Bobby wins and then lights go out. What's his name? Boyle, Howdy, Jackson, get them that man. Or at least do
That could
something like
happen
that.
too. There's a reason why Bobby Lashley's in the fucking battle royal because there's a fucking reason. But yeah, I don't know. But with this card, with this Ring of Honor card, dude, it's gonna be insane. But yeah, I'll figure it out by Friday. Um, the IWGP US title match happened. Jeff Cobb uh, takes on Kenny Omega. Fucking great. Kenny Omega, he looks great. He legitimately looks like the old Kenny Omega again, which is fucking fantastic. They even had the best belt machine thing in there, which is great.
They
And he had
changed
a
his theme song. I was kind of upset.
It had a theme song, which is dude, everything about this new Kenny Omega is great. Um, Kenny Omega retained, um, which I kind of saw coming, but honestly, at the end of the day, with this match, I really didn't care. I cared about the match, don't get me wrong, but I didn't really care whoever won this match. Um, and I will say this: for whatever it's worth, Kenny Omega, Jeff Cobb, you did your fucking thing tonight, and my grandmother even knows about it. Mainly because of the fact she stood there for basically half of the match just watching and reacting and enjoying, and she doesn't give a shit about professional wrestling. So if you get somebody like that who really does not care for a lick of professional wrestling to just stand there for half the match and just actually watch it, you guys are doing something right.
Hmm.
him.
You guys are doing something right. And she's like, I don't know how to she's like, I don't know how the hell you watch this thing. So I'm like, you're watching it right now. You're doing it. It's a great time. And she's like, well, look at these guys. They're hurting themselves. I'm like, yeah,
They're hurting
yeah.
themselves. Well, that's the
That's what
point.
You gotta suspend your disbelief when it comes to professional wrestling. Just assume everything hurts. You're
Ow.
good. And he's like, and she's like, but why? Like, why would you just go there to watch it? I'm like, it's fun. It's fun.
yeah.
It's
It's
fun.
fun to see it's
And she's
fun to
like,
see
well,
it
why?
happen.
She's like, well, why do you have to pay $100 for every seat? I'm like, not every seat's $100. Not every seat's $100. If every seat was $100, I wouldn't be going to as many shows as I do.
Mhm.
Well, plus, who wouldn't want to see two half naked grown men throw each other around in the ring? Come on.
She's like, well, why is his hair so dirty? I'm like, it's not dirty. It's just it's all right. It's all right.
Why is his hair so dirty?
Oh, I love my grandpa to death. She's honestly been getting like anytime. Well, not as well. My dog's in my room now. Like his cage is in my room now. So she has to come in there just like put him to bed and everything like that. So every time I have wrestling on, she just stands there and watches the TV and she's like, I really don't know how you watch this. And I'm like, you're watching it every time though. So you're doing something with this. She's getting into it without even realizing she's getting into it. But yeah, Kenny Omega, Jeff Cobb, they're doing something right. If somebody that really does not care about pro wrestling watches half the match with their grandson who is, fucking obsessed and legitimately does not have anything else to do in life than just watch pro wrestling. So there you go. You're doing something right, Kenny. Kenny Omega retained. We saw V triggers all over the place. Challenger go. Kenny Omega fights out of a one-winged angel attempt from Jeff Cobb, and Cobb counters, looking for the Tour of the Islands, but Omega sides out of it and hits a V trigger onto Cobb. Omega then struggles to manage to hoist Cobb with the one-winged angel, hits it, and retains the championship. After this, we were kind of talking about it earlier when Omega not having too much time to celebrate as the BCC came down to the ring, basically circling Kenny Omega before attacking. And then Bryan Danielson's music hits, and the American Dragon rushes his way to the ring, sliding in and telling the Blackpool Combat Club to stand down. Omega then stares at Bryan Danielson. Danielson helps Omega up, and as Yuta, Claudio, and Moxley were all looking to back away, Bryan Danielson hits Omega out of nowhere with the running knee, the Busaido knee, and then the BCC kind of just go to town on Kenny Omega, and they're all just, hitting, kicking, and doing all the things to him. And it officially turned to Blackpool Combat Club heel when Bryan Danielson turned on Kenny. So there you go. I love it. Blackpool Combat Club as heels just makes sense and it works.
I loved it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like it too.
I mean, I love all those four guys, but you know how wrestling fans are. We're just gonna love the heels. So it is what it is.
I like it. I love it. Hope they do something good with them. But the only, the fact in AEW that I even care about. But I guess, yeah.
Here's the thing. For me, like, I can obviously see all four of these guys be in a solo capacity, right? I mean, Bryan Danielson, he's easily been in a world championship pictures before. He can do that again anytime he fucking wants. Obviously, Moxley, he is legitimately the ace when it comes to AEW. So, like, he's obviously been world champion before. He is the guy. And I can see Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta do some stuff on their own singles-wise as well, especially with Claudio. And Yuta, he's the pure champion right now in Ring of Honor. So, all these guys have potential to be in singles competition. But for me, personally, I would have Bryan Danielson be the solo guy. Because I like what Claudio, Moxley, and Yuta bring to the table as a trio. So get them into the trios division and have Bryan Danielson be that solo guy.
I mean, well, that's technically what they were already doing.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying keep it that way if that's what you're trying to do.
Let's see.
But yeah, I just like what they're doing right now, having Brian being that solo guy and then the other three being the trio for the trios division. I like it.
I'm
How do
down
you
with it.
feel, Nate? Do you want to see another like rearranging of these guys, or do you feel like that arrangement right now feels like a good fit?
As far as the Blackpool Combat Club, the arrangement with the Blackpool Combat Club, I'm digging it. I never thought I would see Cesaro as a heel again, which is fantastic. Um, uh, I don't know, Wheeler Yuta adds some type of like mean streak style to it, which I like. And then obviously it's Moxley. Danielson, I didn't think Danielson was going to turn heel again, like at least this quick.
Yeah.
But I'm down for that as well. Um, let's see. Uh, the only thing, like I said, that I think that's missing is a manager because they had it with Regal, but obviously Regal left and came back to WWE. But now since we got Don Callis in the mix, I feel Don Callis is gonna be a great manager because he's already heel, like he's been heel for a while. So I feel like Don Callis would be a great manager for the Blackpool Combat Club
And he's a great
going
talker.
forward.
He's a great talker.
Yeah,
So
so
I think that would be a perfect match for them. And then, like I said earlier, with Brian being that solo guy in the BCC, along with Moxley, uh, Cassignoli, and Yuta being that trio, being that forceful trio that they're obviously showing right now, that's a great alignment for them. Even though I could see, like I said, all four of them doing solos in the futures. So very, very good stuff there. Um, See, Tony, this is what we like. This is what we like here. You continue to build stuff like this. We're gonna continue to love the shows. Um, we then went backstage as the Guns address FTR. Obviously, we have those two teams going at it next week with FTR's careers in AEW on the line. So, we'll see where things go from there. And honestly, as much as people actually think this is kind of, pretty safe to say that FTR wins here, I'm actually not so sure. I'm not. I think this is actually very unpredictable. Mainly because of the fact that. Go ahead.
I just
Yeah.
don't see. I just don't see them leave. I just don't see them leave because the contract was in April, and it's just the fact that the match is happening so soon.
I personally think FTR wins. I do. But I think it's a lot more unpredictable than people might think. Because who knows? Maybe FTR do want to just let their AEW contract's career expire and just go back to the E. Or they could just resign. Who knows? I personally think they stay and they get the tag team titles, but it's a lot more unpredictable than people think.
I don't know. I just don't see the Hasbro's being champion. I just see them as transitional champions. I don't see them having a long reign.
I mean, it's fair. It's fair. But if they were going to be this transitional of a champion, then I don't understand why they had to win the championship in the first place. How do you feel about that tag team match, Nate? I mean, do you think FTR is going to stay here for the long haul, or do they go back to the E?
to be honest, I don't know. It's kind of like a hit or miss thing.
How do you feel about
The
the
thing
Guns tag
is,
team champions, first of all?
surprisingly, I don't feel bad.
I
which
I
which is
I, I like
yeah,
them. I like the
yeah,
Guns, so
I
I'm
kind
fine
of
with
dig it.
it.
Yeah, I kind of dig it. Obviously, I'm upset because
They're chicken
they
shit
beat the
heels, which is
Acclaim.
even better.
Yeah, they beat the Acclaim for the titles, and now the Acclaim were like they're
Well,
not doing
the
anything
Acclaimed
now.
are
But
dead right now. They're not doing it. But
yeah,
It's the way, it's the
so
way
yeah.
the
Oh, go ahead.
But it's the way that the ass boys won the title. And, like the ending of that was just crazy.
The thing is, though, Deontay, that is exactly
I
what
just
they
hope
wanted to make you feel like. That's exactly what they wanted to do to you. So that you kind of fell into the trap.
like nobody wanted, literally nobody in that arena reacted. It was like it wasn't a boo, it wasn't a cheer, it was just complete silence.
I don't think it was fucking silent. Maybe I'm just fucking blanking, but I felt like the crowd fucking hated the fact that they won the titles
Oh,
that night. So maybe I'm just, it definitely wasn't crickets though, but yeah, I like the Ass Boys. As many people actually don't like them, I actually do. Um, but I love FTR. FTR are easily one of the greatest tag teams in all of the world right now. So whether they win, whether they lead AEW, it is what it is. Uh, we'll just see what happens next week. Uh, and they finished their promo with the catchphrase of FTR top guys out. So we'll see.
that might be ironic.
We'll see if they're out or not. Then we had the International Championship on the line as Butcher took on the champion in Orange Cassidy. Not bad of a match at all. Obviously Orange Cassidy retained, but it wasn't too bad of a match. Butcher tried to keep the power game on Orange Cassidy, but he got taken down with a DDT for a near fall. Cassidy then goes to the top rope, hitting a diving DDT, but it's only enough for a 2 count. Cassidy looks for the orange punch, but Butcher holds the referee close, giving Blade the chance to interfere with a crowbar. Then Best Friends arrive. It was a crowbar. It was a crowbar, and I actually got that correct. You fucking asshole.
Yo, when I saw the girl, I'm like, oh snap, the girl, why somebody call Phil?
You fucking asshole. Best Friends arrive to even out the odds after a near fall from Butcher, and the moment they distract leads to Butcher taking a beach break from Orange Cassidy, who gets the pinfall victory to retain the International Championship. So, it was a fun International Championship match. It wasn't really anything too special. It was innocent. It was Orange Cassidy getting another win. Honestly, to me, I like the Best Friends tag team, so it's nice seeing Chuck Taylor and Trump Rudder back.
Did anybody else just die laughing when he came down to the ramp? He was gonna attack. He just jumped and attacked him. Anyone else died laughing? I forgot which one it was. He hit him. Like, you have to do that.
So, we then had Jade Cargill backstage. Jade Cargill wants revenge on Taya Valkyrie for using her finishing maneuver, even though I think she was using that move before Jade Cargill ever wanted to become a pro wrestler.
Way before.
She was.
Jade Cargill... Taya Valkyrie was using that move way before Jade Cargill even wanted to become a pro wrestler. So, like that... They're having a cease and desist order for her using Jaded. Dude, you can't just... That's not how it works.
That's not even Valkyrie's move. It's some Michelle McCool's move.
Well, no, Michelle McCool's move is technically AJ Styles' move. It's basically Styles Clash, but technically, if you want to technically call it for somebody else's, it's technically Beth Phoenix. It's just a seating position.
Yeah.
It's technically the Glam Slam, but it's sitting down instead.
If anything, she should be the one giving the cease and desist.
She just said, you know what, just take care of the shit. Because this is my show. I'm like, okay, Jade, whatever. Honestly, to me, if Taya Valkyrie is the one to beat Jade Cargill, I wouldn't give a shit. That's fine.
Please.
Do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't really care as much either. Like, wow,
Honestly,
finally
okay, if
somebody.
it's not gonna be Chris Statlander, make it be Taya Valkyrie, please. If Chris
Or
Statlander
just
is
get,
not showing up anytime soon, make it be Taya.
or just get a legit fucking opponent and start making her face jobbers. She's been champion
Taya
for like
Valkyrie's
years.
not a jobber, bro. She won her match last week on Rampage. I think.
No,
I
I ain't
think
talking about.
I think, I think,
she had to have.
yeah, she did. I
She
think she
had to
did.
have.
Yeah.
I don't watch Rampage, Nate. I'm sorry.
I don't watch Rampage either, so.
She did one, and I wasn't talking about Ty. I wasn't talking about her job. I'm saying a whole title run. She was just
basically
on the job
anybody outside of
besides
Space
Austin
Surf for the
Theory.
TBS championship, right? But yeah, it is what it is. If it's not gonna be Chris Statlander, just have it be Taya. We come back from commercial break with another video package saying that Juice Robinson promises to take it to Action Andretti on Rampage. So, I love Juice. I think Juice Robinson's absolutely fantastic. Tony Storm. I'm fucking very jealous of Juice Robinson for having Tony Storm, but
Yes,
um, but it is what it is, and Juice
I'm jealous
Robinson
of
is
Juice.
rock hard. Apparently, that's what he said last week. So
I mean, if I was dating Tony Storm,
if I was seeing Tony Storm, I'd be rock hard
Uh,
too. But
that's crazy. I like the way y'all. I like the
see,
way y'all did that though. That's hilarious.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Nate. We got rock hard Juice Robinson, and then we got Daddy Magic's nipples hard. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? What's going on? You want to know what? You want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
No, no, I don't. I don't.
I
No.
fucking love Daddy Magic, bro. Whatever. Dude, they are legitimately like the amalgamation of what I think the 1980s were, for whatever reason. Like a random 1980s like fucking hard ass tag team. That's what Daddy Magic and Parker are. That's what they are to me. You want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? No, no, I
No,
don't. But honestly,
no,
you're
sir.
probably gonna tell me anyways, and that it is what it is.
you don't want to know what makes your nipples hard, man. Keep your nipples in your shirt.
Fucking love them. And dude, this is definitely not what they were back when they were in NXT.
No, they are far, far,
They are
like
far from that now.
beyond, far beyond that.
Back at ringside, we see Willow Nightingale and Ruby Soho, flanked by the other Outcast members. Was it not? Now, I have a question for both of you, because I didn't really take a look at the time. Was it 9:30?
I think so.
When
I
this match
believe it
took place?
was. I think it was. Yeah, it was the
I mean, it
last
had
match
to
for
have
the
been,
main
right?
event.
Because that's when the ladies come on.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think
'Cause
so.
it was the last match before the main event.
I'm just trying to continue the streak here going on. I'm just trying to see if the continued streak happens with the ladies coming on at 9:30.
I believe it was.
Just trying to see if the streak continued. So Willow Nightingale hit a Death Valley driver for another near fall. Willow then got back to her feet, climbing the turnbuckle, only to be shaken off by Tony Storm, which leads to Ruby hitting two no futures for only a near fall. When she hit two, that should have fucking been it. That should have been it.
Yeah.
You had one should do it, but nah, she hit two in a row, and that wasn't it. How?
I don't know. I don't know. Can't answer it.
Willow then counters the destination unknown into a backside for a near fall. Before hitting a pounce onto Ruby Soho and sends her flying into the ropes. She legitimately sold that like death. I love that. Tony gets involved again here, which leads to Ruby getting a roll up for the win. And this ends in a fucking roll up when you could have done two no futures and boom.
Yep.
I personally would have called it the future endeavor. Maybe because that's what happened to her. But no future kind of sounds pretty cool too. But it is what it is. Shout out to Lob, because I think he called his finisher the future endeavor.
That's funny.
But yeah, this is what it is. Ruby Soho got the win. The Outcasts immediately go after Willow. They went as far as grabbing a steel chair to set Willow's ankle inside it before Riho and Sky Blue run down to make the save. This doesn't go favorably though, as the ladies of the Outcast still take control. But now Jamie Hayter runs down to the ring to make the save, and then all of a sudden the Outcasts are scared. So there we go. Riho checks on Little Nightingale, and Hayter runs the Outcasts up the ramp, and we see a rundown of what's to come for Rampage and next week on Dynamite. So there we go. And then finally, it's our main event. Adam Cole, baby, versus Daniel Garcia, and this was great. I have to admit, like I said earlier, when we saw the pile driver to the top of Adam Cole's head, I was fucking cringing because I'm like, why the fuck are we doing a pile driver when he just came back from 2 serious concussions, 3 weeks apart? But okay, you know, if Adam Cole knows what he's doing, he knows what he's doing. It is what it is. So we come back from a commercial break and we see Garcia still in control, but Cole finally gets back into the swing of things before getting a near fall. Cole gets back up to his feet, goes for a super kick where Garcia blocks it, only to take a pump kick. Another series of kicks leads to a big German suplex by Garcia, who goes to the corner to tune up the band, only to take a super kick from Adam Cole. Baby. Cole then looks for a knee strike, but is reversed. Garcia does a pinfall attempt, but then gets broken out of it. Cole then with a Panama Sunrise, but Garcia grabs him for a Dragon Tamer before Cole grabs the ropes for a rope break. Garcia then argues with the crowd and gets to the corner while the referee checks on Cole, who slowly gets to his feet only to get taken down with a pile driver by Garcia for a near fall. And at that point I was like, fuck. Why? Adam Cole, baby, slowly but surely gets back up to his feet and finally lowers the boom on Daniel Garcia and gets the win. He wins his first match back in 9 months on AEW television. I said it last week when Adam Cole made his return to the company, when he did that first promo back. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but Adam Cole and AEW just fit. And AEW was sorely missing Adam Cole from their television. Adam Cole being back is a huge boost for everything when it comes to AEW.
Yes. Yes. Also, can we talk about how fire his fucking gear was?
Dude, the gear was on point tonight. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that gear was fire.
The gear was on point. Adam Cole just being back is just fantastic for AEW as a whole. He is legitimately one of the best to ever do it of the modern era, and the guy, I don't know him personally, but when he was tweeting about his return match today, I quote tweeted him saying, "Hey, listen, I don't know shit when it comes to being in the ring, but if I know anything, I know this: take it all in, take a moment, take it all in, just remind yourself that hey, this was." We didn't know your future going into any of this, but now that you're actually going to be back tonight, take it all in. Because who knows what's going to happen in the future. And this was a great first step back. Even he wouldn't have taken this match if he wasn't fully 100%, so I'm just glad he's back. Because we honestly didn't know what his future held before any of this happened. Because of the 2 serious concussions. It's crazy. I'm just glad he's back.
Same.
Yep,
Good
same here.
Good to see Adam Cole, baby, back on my screen.
Baby.
Hey.
Exactly. So, yeah.
After the match, I mean, Adam Cole's girlfriend, Britt Baker, came out.
Phil wants to cry.
I wanted to cry, but you know, it is what it is. The ref checked on Adam Cole before raising his hands in victory, and then Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, showed up to give Cole some love and appreciation. Black and gold streamers shot like out of cannons for the returning Adam Cole. He climbs to the turnbuckle to celebrate before Chris Jericho makes his way to the ring, checking on Daniel Garcia before briefly considering looking at Adam Cole. Jungle Boy thinks better of it, and he just helps Garcia to the back. Jericho paused for the majority of the time when he was going up the ramp, but like I said earlier, he just thought better of himself and he just let it go. He let it go and he helped Garcia to the back. And that was it. They left Colin Baker in the ring to celebrate as the show went off the air.
That's exactly what I was afraid of when they got mixed up with this Daniel Garcia shit. I don't want him to be feuding with Jericho for months, and a feud doesn't do shit for him. Now listen, we're gonna be getting a go nowhere feud with Jericho.
We'll see what happens, man. I honestly personally think that a feud with Jericho could be okay for him to start off. Adam Cole does not need to be in any type of championship picture right now, right off the bat. Coming into AEW. He definitely should be in a championship picture soon, though. To me, when it comes to Adam Cole, I mean, obviously, I would love to see him be in a world championship picture, but that's just not in the cards right now, especially with MJF being a world champion. I don't want to see Cole lose. So, who's the TNT champion right now?
Will Hobbs.
Hobbs. I don't know how that match will go. I don't want Hobbs losing either. How would you guys feel about Orange Cassidy and Cole?
I wouldn't mind it. We're a banger man.
We gotta get something for Adam Cole here, and honestly, depending on how long Orange Cassidy's run has been with the International Championship, if they wanted to get the belt off of Orange Cassidy, Adam Cole might not be a bad guy to do it from.
I think Orange Cassidy is the longest reigning international champion. I might be wrong, but I believe he is.
International. Let's see. International Championship. Let's see. God, now I'm just getting all these different types of international championships. AEW, there we are. All right, so the reigns here. Pac was the first when it was obviously the All-Atlantic Championship at 108 days. Orange Cassidy is basically the only. He's the second and only international / All-Atlantic champion at 154. And then when it turned into the international championship, he's held it for 14 days. But adding that to the 154, he basically is the longest reigning out of the two champions that the belts had. He is the longest reigning. So, yeah.
Cool.
He's had 168 days as the champion right now. If they wanted to do something with Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy, I would not mind it. But I think you gotta do it in due time. Obviously, he just came back from a fucking concussion, so you gotta ease him quick. You gotta ease him slow. But we'll figure out where things go from there. But I'm just happy that he's back. That's really just all that mattered. Just seeing him back and seeing him actually in his element again, which is great.
Yep.
Yeah, Adam Cole, my guy.
Baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Baby. Yes, sir.
Boom. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for joining me right here on OTV. Thank you so much for joining us here for OTV. This was a fun show to review tonight. Adam Cole, welcome back to AEW, man. You fucking killed it. If you guys did not check out All Access, go fucking check it out. It was a 12 out of 10 show for me. This was just fucking great. Everything about it was great. They obviously addressed everything when it comes to the Adam Cole injury situation, which was a huge focal point of the show, but I actually liked that. They did a lot of the ups and downs when it comes to the AEW Women's Division when Toni Storm was the interim champion. They fucking buried Thunder Rosa in that segment, but you'll know what I mean when you watch it. They fucking buried her to no end. The ladies did, not Tony Khan or anybody else, but the ladies and Britt Baker and basically the people that were a part of that segment. They just buried her for for whatever reason. They just don't legitimately like Thunder Rosa, and it focused on the Young Bucks and their return to the company from the incident brawlout. So those are really the three major focal points that All Access kind of covered this week. So check it out when you can, man. It was a great show. But yeah, guys, that's it for the AEW Dynamite post show right here on OTB. We will see you guys when we see you next, and that, if I am not mistaken, will be tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow for our WrestleMania 39 preview and predictions. Not only that, I got a little bit of a surprise for the people that show up for that stream. We might be bringing. I don't think we did a game like this on OTB just yet, but after the predictions, we're gonna do a Jeopardy, y'all. We're gonna do a fucking Jeopardy.
Oh snap! We have played Jeopardy on
We,
OTB.
we have played a Jeopardy on OTB. Okay, well, we're
Yeah,
bringing it back. We're bringing it
we
back.
played multiple. We played the one on Halloween where you said
Right,
crowbar.
right. I said crowbar. Yes.
And then it was another I think it was a Christmas one that we did too.
Well, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back for WrestleMania
Yes,
season,
sir.
and
Yes, sir.
yeah. Shout out to the podcast that I'm gonna be using their template for the Jeopardy. Shout out to Axel, Malik, Maddie, and Mary. Their podcast. Shout out to them because I'll be using Malik's template for the WrestleMania Jeopardy. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be hosting it. Whoever is there for the predictions will be the participants of the Jeopardy, and we'll see who comes out on top and becomes the WrestleMania Jeopardy champion. So, we'll see, guys. Yeah, so WrestleMania 39 predictions and Jeopardy tomorrow, and then we'll see what happens. I'll figure out what I'm going to be doing, whether I do SmackDown or the Ring of Honor Super Card of Honor show. I'll figure that out by Friday, and we'll get things squared away. So, thank you. We appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff. Merch link down in the description below. I'll update the description so that Nate has his down there as well. And yeah, you guys have anything else to say before we get the hell out of here? We're almost there, guys. It's technically Thursday now. We're basically 2 days away from WrestleMania. We're almost there.
Nah. Yeah. Adam Cole, baby. That's all
There
I
will be
gotta say.
adrenaline. There will be adrenaline in my soul.
Ha
Cody
ha.
beats Roman.
Ha ha. Aha. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Saul. Get ready.
Adrenaline
Get ready.
in my
Get
soul.
get get ready to drink the good old Cody Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? Because Cody is about to beat the crap out of Roman. I'm gonna just say that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be so
I wanna
fucking
see.
stressed
I
that
really
day.
the real reason why I really want to see this is because I want to see what happens with this bet with him and Lost because that's gonna be
Do
hilarious.
you know the terms of the bet?
I think you told me on stream. You said that if Cody wins, then then Saul got to acknowledge Cody, and then the same thing if Roman wins, then Lost got to acknowledge Roman. So
Yes, but it's in video form. It's in a 3-minute video on
oh,
TikTok.
it's in video form. Oh, okay.
It's in a 3-minute video form on TikTok. So, and they have to post it too. They have to post it. So, so whatever happens, if Cody wins, Saul has to acknowledge Cody for about 3 minutes and post it on TikTok. And if Roman retains, it's gotta be the same thing, but for Loft, and he has to acknowledge Roman.
Phil, you gonna be stressed like a motherfucker.
Dude, I am. See, this is why I don't make bets. I'm just a fan of Cody. That's all I have to do. I just have to make sure whatever happens. I think tonight is the night where Tia goes to travel court. So
Yeah.
so I just gotta make sure I'm in there. That way I can just tell Tio that it is okay to be a Cody fan, and I just gotta have him tell the truth in order to actually continue his journey as a roadster. But yeah, you know, it's okay to be a Cody Rhodes fan out there, people. I don't know why people are being shunned now for being a Cody fan.
Having
Fucking
accepted losing.
I mean,
Have a necessity.
the filter told the entire world, bro, that Tino's a Cody fan. I don't know why. I don't know why people are just. People are legitimately calling Solo on him now, and it's fucking insane. I love it.
Solo!
So
Stop calling
Solo!
Solo, bro. We love you, Tio. Everything's gonna be just awesome for WrestleMania. I'm gonna be so fucking stressed on Sunday. You have no idea. You have no idea. But it's all in good fun, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the WrestleMania predictions and Jeopardy Friday for whatever stream it's gonna be for the Ring of Honor or Friday Night SmackDown, and then WrestleMania, baby. It's there.
yeah.
Too sweet.
See you guys soon. Peace.
Too sweet. Too sweet.